is what we are going to see today. Okay. World War I, the most important topic. Okay. So this World War I, we are going to split up into three parts. One is the causes of World War. Causes of World War. Course of World War. Course of World War. And the consequences of World War. Okay, this is how we are going to see the entire World War into three sections. The causes of World War, the course of World War, and the consequences of World War. Causes, what were the reasons behind the World War I? Reasons, the various reasons for the World War I. Once the World War started, how it went on, that is the course of the World War. When the World War ended, and what were the consequences of the World War, that is the impact, the consequences of the World War. That World War started 1914 and ended in 1919. So actually ended in 1918 itself, but various treaties are there that I included here itself. So that is with the 1919. So 1914 to 1919, that is the full phase of the World War I. Okay. Then we go the causes of the World War. What were the causes? Then we go one by one. Clear? Clear? The causes. Causes of World War I. Causes. What were the causes? One by one, I go as I tell you. Okay. The first causes of World War I, alliance system. Alliance system. What is this alliance system? What is this alliance system? Now, I once again going back. In 1871, Germany was unified. GU means Germany. Okay. So, in 1871, Germany was unified by defeating France in a battle called in a Franco-Prussian War. So, from the time onwards, Germany wanted to protect itself. Germany wanted to protect itself. Who? Bismarck. Bismarck wanted to protect Germany from France and other powers. So, he started to build an alliance system. For example, to say, today, India is having an alliance system, that is friendly relation. Friendly relation. India is having a friendly relation with United States of America. Against whom? Against China. Like that. Understand like that. India is having a friendly relation with United States of America against China. To balance China, here in Asia, India is having a good relation with United States of America. So US is also having a good relation with India to counter China. That is mutual relation. Like that. To protect Germany or against some other powers, Germany should be protected. By whom? That is by Bismarck. So, what he did was, he brought a friendly relation with certain countries. He engaged into a friendly relation with certain countries in 1884. That is called Triple Alliance. Triple Alliance. Triple Alliance. The name itself is defined as gives a meaningfulness. That is, triple means three. Three alliance system. Who were those three countries which engaged into a friendly relation and that was Germany, okay, Germany, and then Italy, and then Austria-Hungary, that is in 1884. Triple alliance in 1884. The alliance system was among Germany, Italy, and Austria-Hungary. So this is what we called as a triple alliance. Now think it of like that. Germany, Italy, and Austria-Hungary came together. Wait, I will show you the map. So Germany, Italy, and Austria came together. Think it of like India, USA, Great Britain, Japan, all are coming together. Then China, what would do? What China would do? If India, UK, Japan, all engaged in a friendly relation, friendly relation means what would China do? Definitely, China would seek a counter relation against India, US, Japan with other countries. China will be odd one out. Pakistan, Chinese alliance with Russia. Okay, whatever it may be, China would search for a partner to have a friendly relation like that, opposite to this triple alliance. Understand? Opposite to this triple alliance, another relation was formed, and the name of the alliance was called Entente. Cordoil. Or we called it as a Entente-Cordoil relation, or Entente-Cordoil relation, between or among whom? This Entente-Cordoil was fulfilled in 1907. Full shaped in 1907. Between whom and whom? That was between Russia, France, and British. So these three countries come together and formed a friendly relation against triple alliance, that is called Entente. Entente means entering. Cordoil means cordial relation. Entering into a cordial relation, entering into a friendly relation, that is what Entente-Cordoil in 1907. All these three, Russia, France, and British, these three come together and formed a alliance, the group, that is in 1907. See, by this, entire Europe is divided into two different groups. One is alliance, triple alliance, and the another one is Entente-Cordoil in 1904. This is to counter this, and this is to counter this one. Okay, clear? See here, I will show you the map. Now I will show you the map. See here. See here. That is what. Germany, Austria, and Italy. This is in 1884. 1884. Triple alliance. That is triple alliance. This triple alliance. That is Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. And see this one. France, Great Britain, and Russia. France, Great Britain, and Russia. All these three was called Entente Cordiale. Entente Cordiale. 1907. Okay. See here, by this, major powers in the European continent were divided into two groups. Major powers in the Europe were divided into two groups. One was this triple and the other one was Entente Cordiale. What is the reason for this to divide? Various reasons. I will tell you what was the reason. One reason was Germany need to be protected. Germany need to be protected from whom? From this France, from this British, from this Russia. So to save Germany, Bismarck had a friendly relation with these three countries to protect Germany in the future against British, against France, against Russia. So when these three powers came together to form an alliance, automatically the France, United Kingdom, and Russia had a relation in 1907. That is what we called it as a alliance system. Clear? Okay. So the first reason for the World War I was this alliance system. That was this alliance system. This alliance system was Russia and France in 1894. These had a relation. British and France joined in 1904. And Russia and British joined in 1907. So in 1907, all these three were combined together. They were not together, came and formed an alliance in 1907. Initially, first stage was Russia and France, 1894. In the later period, British and France in 1904. And later, Russia joined with the British in 1907. So all these three together to form a group in 1907. So the group was fulfilled, shaped in 1907. Okay, alliance system. And listen to this. This alliance system was going to have a full rotation during World War I when it started. You will understand that when the course of the World War, you can able to understand the alliance system. When the World War I started, course of the war started, you can able to understand the alliance system, how it started to work. Now it conceived, now it formed, how that is going to work. You can able to understand it only when war start. Only when the war start. Clear? Okay. Next, second one. Militarization. Okay. What is mean by this militarization? See here, militarization. The Europe was divided into two different groups. I will see this another one. Okay. Okay, that itself is enough. So, Germany, Austria, and Italy. Okay. So, what happened here was once all these three was formed and it started feeling insecure. Think it of like that. China is purchasing more and more weapons. And who is creating problem for China? India. India, China is creating problem for India. Then what India should do? India should strengthen its border. How to strengthen its border? Very recently, you know that India brought Rafale weapons, purchasing of weapons. We need to strengthen our army. We need to strengthen our air force. We need to strengthen our navy. Against whom? China, for example to say. So India is strengthening its army. India is strengthening its navy. India is strengthening its air force against China. So like that, when Germany started to engage in the relation, all these countries started to strengthen themselves against Germany. How to strengthen Germany? How to strengthen themselves? Recruiting soldiers for the army. That is what we called it as a conscription. That is what we called it as conscription. Conscription. What is mean by conscription? Conscription means compulsory military training for able-bodied men. Compulsory training. Compulsory military training. Compulsory military training for able-bodied men. Why only men? In those times, men were only allowed to join an army. No women was there in the combating area. That is the fighting area. Okay. So women were no role in the combating area. That is why only men was joined in the army. Only men were allowed to join in the army. So conscription means compulsory military training for able-bodied men of 18 to 25 years of age. Age may vary. This vary from one country to another country. Okay, understand. It may be somewhat less, or it may be somewhat higher. So don't take this as a criteria. Able-bodied men of certain age, if you keep it, there is no problem. Understand the meaning. Conscription means compulsory military training for able-bodied men. Able-bodied men. Conscription. So when Germany started to recruit soldiers to strengthen its army, automatically France did it. Automatically British did it. Automatically Russia did it. So every country started to strengthen their army. Not only that, they started to produce lot of weapons. That is what we called it as arms race. Arms race. Every country started to purchasing weapon. That is purchase of weapon. Purchase of weapon. Or we can call it as stockpiling. Stockpiling of weapons. Stockpiling of weapons. Like we purchase Rafale to strengthen our Indian Air Force. We have Vikramaditya Navy ship to strengthen our Navy. Like that. So arms race was there in the European continent among the European countries. Why? To protect themselves from others. See here, I will show you the picture. See here. They are stockpiling the weapons. More and more bombs. More and more the bombs they are producing. See here. more and more bombs have more and more bombs they have stockpiled here. Okay, see here the cannons are producing in the factory. Every factory turns out into a production of war machines. Every factory becomes the production center of the war machines. See here, they are producing the weapons, they are producing the cannons, whether cannon or whatever it may be, they are producing the weapons, weapon production centers. See here, the arms race, they are producing the weapons there. They are producing the weapons there, and they are increasing the army strength. See here, they are increasing the army strength. Every country is increasing the army strength. Militarism, that is what we called it as a militarism. So in the crux, militarization is conscription, compulsory military training for able-bodied men, arms race, that is stockpiling of the weapons. And one more thing newly added into here was that in the militarization was strengthening of navy. The strengthening of navy, because navy played a crucial role in the warfare, because they thought, every country thought that navy played a crucial role in the war front, in the war, in case if the war started. So every country started to strengthen their navy. New boats they built it. New submarines they built. First time submarine was introduced in the World War I. Submarine was introduced in the World War I for the first time. Okay, so that's about it. Okay. Okay, so strengthening of navy, militarization, and arms race. Okay, clear? So this was continued from what period to what period? This militarization was from 1890 till the First World War starting point of 1914. From 1890 to 1914, that was the militarization. Period. So every country were busy in preparing themselves for a war. So every country was very busy in preparing for a war. They don't know whether war was going to come or not. Whatever it may be, whether war is going to come or not, we should equip ourselves. We need to be ready. So everyone was busy and ready for the war. That is what? Okay, militarization. That is what? Militarization. Okay. Can we go to the next one? I think so. Third one. Industrial Revolution. How Industrial Revolution was a reason for the World War I? Sir, this is Industrial Revolution, but we are discussing the topic of World War. How these are connected? Yes, I will tell you. What is the primary reason? What is the primary thing for the Industrial Revolution? The Industrial Revolution, first and primary thing needed was raw materials. Okay, they brought raw materials. With the help of the raw materials, what they did it, they made it as a product, commodity. Now where they are going to sell this product? In British produced lot of, with the help of a cotton, it produced lot of cloth. Where it is going to sell it? Yes, in the colony. So every industrial country needed a colony. For what? To buy their goods. So colony is not only a supplier of raw material, so colony was also a buyer of the commodity of the industrial country, that is a market. So that is going to be the colony. So colony was going to be the supplier of what? Colony was going to be the supplier of raw material, understand? And the product commodity, and the same colony is going to be the market. Who? Colony. Can you able to understand this? So colony was going to supply raw materials. With that raw material, they are going to make it as a commodity or product, and that product is going to sell in the market. That is supplier and the buyer. The market, that is selling place or buyer, market, that is a colony. So every country needed a colony. Germany needed colony for the raw material, for the market. British needed raw material and also market. So every country needed a supplier of raw material and the product buyer of the goods, that is called as a market. So the race, this is what we called it as colonies and industrial revolution. So industrial revolution is integrated with what? Integrated here with imperialism. That is a topic what we that is a topic which we saw last week. Imperialism and colonization. In the imperialism and colonization, we saw what we saw. United States of America imperialized the Latin American countries, that is South America, for what? For minerals, for the purpose of the cattle wealth, for the purpose of the plantation crops, like these things. Okay, so example, that is what? So industrial revolution integrated with imperialism and colonization for what? Supply for the raw materials and for the market. So colony acted as a played a dual role. Colony acted as a dual role or acted as a dual purpose. One side it supplied raw material and it also acted as a market for the finished goods of the industrial country. So every country of Europe which was advanced in industry or advanced in industrial revolution need a colony. So that's why it is also needed for the World War I. How that is needed for the World War I? Think it of like that. Think it of South America. South America is under imperialism of what? United States of America. Africa is a colony of whom? Multi-European countries. Many European countries. Okay. Asia. In Asia, India is a colony of British. China is not a colony and it is a colony of the many European countries. It is under European imperialism of many European countries. Southeast Asia, many European countries. So for the purpose of the raw materials. So here industrial revolution triggered every country to search for colony, to capture, to supply raw material, and also to act as a market for the finished goods. That's all. So industrial revolution integrated with imperialism and colonization. Clear? Anyone had any doubt so far what we have discussed? We discussed alliance system, we have discussed the militarization, and we have discussed the industrial revolution and the imperialism. 3 things we have discussed, and anyone having any doubt as of now, you can chat. Anyone having any doubt so far? No. Anyone having any doubt so far? I will give you 1 minute time. I will move on to the next one. If you have any doubt, you can ask now. Anyone having any? Yes, we can move. Yes, no one have any doubt. I think so everyone is very good at clarification now. Fourth one. Nationalism. Fourth one is nationalism. Okay. Who is responsible for World War I? Who it is responsible for World War I? Sorry, Industrial Revolution. Who it is responsible for World War I? Industrial Revolution. What is your question? Who is it responsible means you are denoting a person, but you are citing with Industrial Revolution. What is that? Industrial Revolution allowed the imperialism lead to increase in economy with the benefit of arms race. Okay, that is what I am explaining. That is what I explain. Responsible for World War with Industrial Revolution. See here, British established industries. British have established lot of industries, and now those industries needed what? Raw material. For example, to say cotton. So in search of cotton, what British did it? Searched everywhere. Where is cotton? Where is cotton? Where is cotton? Wherever the cotton grows, British captured that place. India, Egypt, Greece, like this. So what happened? Same, Germany was also very good at cotton. So Germany also needed cotton. Then clash between whom and whom? British and Germany. For what? For raw material. So, okay. So countries were clashed. Countries were clashed for raw materials, where the raw materials were present. That is what. So raw materials, once they got the raw material, with the help of cotton, they make it a fine cloth. Where they are going to sell that cloth? Definitely they need a market. So they need a place where they can sell the goods. So that's why colony is a very good place for them to supply raw material and also to purchase their goods. That is acted as a jewel. That is how Industrial Revolution is responsible for the World War. That is how the Industrial Revolution is responsible for the World War I in connected with raw materials and the market. Clear? Okay, next one. Nationalism. What is mean by this nationalism? I told you, proud of being one country. Our country. I belong to Great Britain. Sun never setting empire. I belong to France. I belong to Germany. I belong to Italy. Proud country. But in history we know that British have hundreds of colony. British have hundreds and hundreds of colony. Germany, only few colony. Now, Germany got greedy of getting more colony. See this British fellow is only getting more colony. But why we Germany have very less number of colony? So we need to have more and more colony, and that is nationalism. Because nationalism, proud nationalism. See, we have to say proudly as a German, and we have to compete with the British. So nationalism, and this nationalism seems to be proud nationalism. This nationalism seems to be like a proud nationalism. But this proud nationalism was a proud nationalism, but this proud nationalism was leading to a chaos. Leading to a chaos. What is mean by chaos? Chaos means disaster. Chaos. Because of what? Germany wanted to have so much of colony like British. So what it ended? It ended in World War. Russia need so much of colonies. So what happened? It ended in World War. And this Italy and Austria needed so much of colonies. What it happened? It ended in World War. So, in greedy of getting so much of colonies and ended in the World War, this is basically present where in the proudness. I belong to British, I belong to Germany, I have so much of colony. That is proudness. That is what we called it as a proudness. And that proudness is a proud nationalism. But that proud nationalism in the 19th century and 20th century was not a good one. It leading to a chaos of disaster. What disaster? And that disaster was the World War I. World War I. World War I. Otherwise, we can define it also like this. This nationalism was a foolish nationalism. Foolish nationalism. Foolish nationalism. Nationalism should be good for proud one country. It should grow. It should take a country to the next stage, not to a disaster. But see here, see every country, Germany, Italy, Austria is proud, and now the nationalism is very proud. But they are taking the country to a disaster of World War I. Think it up like that. Think it up like that. Okay. So nationalism was the foolish nationalism of 19th and 20th century. World War I. Okay, so nationalism is good, but here this was a negative side of nationalism. Negative side of the nationalism, which lead to the chaos of disaster. Okay, okay, okay. Next one. Fifth one. Balkan issues. Balkan issues. You just write Balkan issues. I will show you the map. And with the help of map, you can able to understand it. With the help of a map, you can able to understand it. Balkan issues. Okay, I will show you the map. Okay, we can take this map itself. Okay. Okay. This is what we called it as a Balkans. This southeast of Europe is called as the Balkan. I think you have come across in the that is in your map reading class in the geography. I think you come across. This is what we called it as a Balkan states. Why the name Balkan means mountains. This region is called, very lot of mountains are there. In Turkish language, mountains we called it as a Balkan. So these states were called Balkan states or Balkan Peninsular region. So simply called it as a Balkan states. Okay, coming back to the issue. coming back to the issue, that is Balkan issue. Balkan issue. First we see who were these people, the Balkan people. Who were these people? Okay. See, very long century ago, now we are dealing with the First World War, almost 1920th century. So, very long time ago, people from the Siberia and came down and settled here in this Balkan Peninsular region. They settled here. And these peoples are from a race, and the race, name of the race is called Slav race. The people who came and settled here in the Balkan Peninsula region were the I write here. The people were the Slav race. That is Slav race. Who were these Slav race? Slav race people were nothing but the Russians. Understand? Russians only, very long time ago from the Serbia, and they have, from the Siberia, and they came down and settled here in the Balkan Peninsula region. Who are those? Russians. And the Russians and Balkans were known by a race that is called Slav race. So, the people here are known to the Russians as related to race, like brothers. So, for the Russians, the people here, Romanian, Bulgarian, and the Albanian, the Serbians, were considered to be as a brothers by means of the Slav race. Always Russia tried to protect the people here in the Balkan region. Russia always tried to protect the people here in the Balkan region because they are connected by means of what? They were connected by means of the race, Slav race. By means of the Slav race. Okay, coming back to the thing. Coming back to him. Okay, so what happened here was, this Austria is expanding towards the south. And when it expanding towards the south, and it touches with one of the powerful country in the Balkan region, that is called Serbia. Not only that, now Austria is creating problem for Serbia. It looking for opportunity to annex Serbia. But Serbia is a very small country. Austria was a very big empire. So, Serbia is always protected by Russia. If Austria did anything to Serbia, Russia, don't do anything to my brother. And he is like a brother to me. If you do anything to my brother, I will hit you. Russia always threatened Austria. So, Austria, because of the presence of Russia, never did any harm to Serbia, but looking for an opportunity. If anything happened to Russia, that would be a possibility for Austria to grab this, getting this Serbia, waiting for it. Not only this. In the Austrian Empire, many of the Slav people was there. Okay. And one country that it was present there was the Bosnia. That is called Bosnia. What this Austria did, it was, this Austria annexed the Bosnia. These Bosnians were the Slav people. So, when the Slav people were annexed by Bosnia, Serbia cannot able to tolerate it. And it asked Austria, why you have annexed my people? Why you have taken my people? They belong to me. Give it back to me. And it asking the help of Russia. It was asked the help of Russia. See, big brother Russia, and that Austria have taken our people of Slav, that is from Bosnia, and it annexed the people, and it annexed the entire place. You ask them to give it back. But on this occasion, that is in 1900, 1905, 1906, on the time, Russia never questioned. It was a surprise for Serbia. I asked you, but you are not giving any reply. Why? Serbia asking the help of Russia to asking Austria not to annex this Bosnia, but but this Russia never responded. Clearly understand the situation. Austria annexed Bosnia where Slav people was there. Serbia opposed for it, and it asking the help of Russia. It asking the help of Russia not to annex it. So Serbia's expecting the help of Russia, but surprisingly on this occasion Russia not responded. It never responded. It was very silent. It was very silent. Actually, why Russia was silent, I will tell you later. Wait, I will tell you. So Austria took this as an advantage. Oh my God, this Russia is very silent and it is indirectly giving signal like that. So it is not going to do anything. So this is the occasion. What Austria did, it was Austria annexed Bosnia in 1908. Annexed it in 1908. Serbia cannot able to tolerate it. And it had a full angry over Austria. How you can annex my people? And it also equally angry with Russia. You big brother, you never responded for my help, and you gave it up. You completely give it up. It is a cheat. And Serbia thought Russia cheated. And you saw your own fellow people being annexed by Austria, a different race. Austria is different race. This Slav people is a different race. So you saw our Slav people is being annexed by the other people. So you cheated me. Who? Serbia thought Russia is cheated. Why Russia was very silent on that occasion? So okay, I will tell you that. Very recently, in 1905, Russia was defeated by Japanese. I think you come across in modern India, Russo-Japanese War, Swadeshi movement. We got inspiration from the defeat of Russians by Japanese. So in the Russo-Japanese War, Japan defeated Russia. Russia was very recently defeated. See, this was happened in 1908 and defeat of Russia in 1905. Only 3 years period. So Russia never recovered. Understand? Russia never recovered from the defeat at the hands of the Japan. So it needed some time to get back. It was fallen. So it is slowly getting back. So on this occasion only this incident is happening. Austria also looking for this opportunity. When Japan defeated Russia, the Austria thought this is the time to get Bosnia. So they got Bosnia. As Austria expected, Russia is very silent. It never responded for the Serbia. Clear? So this was a burning sensation here. The Slav people can't able to control this one. And the capital of this Bosnia, see here, the capital of the Bosnia, the capital of the Bosnia was Sarajevo. The capital of the Bosnia was Sarajevo. I write it here, Sarajevo. The capital of the Bosnia was Sarajevo. The capital of Bosnia was Sarajevo. On this spot, day by day in Sarajevo, there was a riot. There is a riot. Like, think it of like Jammu and Kashmir. Where every day riot, where every day there was a crowd, every day there was a protest, there was a arsenal, and where the public is destroying where the public peoples are destroying the government buildings. Every day there was a law and order problem there. Like that, in Sarajevo, every day there was a law and order problem because of this Austria's annexed the Sarajevo, the capital of, because of the Austria's annexed the Bosnia. So, what Austria Emperor, King of Austria, did it was. So, this is what we called it as a Bosnian crisis or Balkan issues. What is that Balkan issue? Balkan issue is the issue among the Balkan states. Balkan states. What is the issue among the Balkan states? The issue among the Balkan states. What is the issue among the Balkan states? Russia on one side, and Austria-Hungary on one side. Austria-Hungary on one side, and the Balkan states were on one side. Balkan states is on one side. Russia protecting, and Austria annexing the Balkan states. Among this Balkan state, which considered itself as a leader, Serbia looking itself as a leader. Now you can able to understand through this diagram, I think so. So Russia protecting, Austria annexing, that it is not tolerated by whom? Leader of the Balkan states, that is Serbia. That is what we called it as a Balkan issues. Why these Balkan issues? Because these Balkan peoples along with the Russians were called as a Slav race. Okay. Why what they are demanding? For the Slav people, that is a separate country for the Slav people. Separate country for the Slav people. That is what expecting. Separate country for the Slav people. Okay. So that is what they are expecting by the Slav people. That is also supported by Russia. This is what we called it as a Balkan issue. This Balkan issue was from 1908 till 1914 of First World War. Till the 1914 of the First World War. Okay. What happened here? Clear? Anyone need any clarification? Clear. Very good. Clear. Clear. Okay. No. So that is the Balkan issue. Now, what happened here was, I told you, in Sarajevo, every day by day, there was a riot, there was a law and order problem, and everything was going on. What the Austrian king did was, the Austrian king sent his cousin, one of relative, a brother. But that brother is going to succeed as a king of Austria in the later period. So like that his position. So he is not only a brother means cousin brother. He is a cousin, not only a cousin brother, he is a future emperor, future king of Austria. The Austrian king sent his cousin to Sarajevo to bring peace. You brother, you go and see what is the issue going on there in the Bosnia, Sarajevo, in the capital of Bosnia, Sarajevo. You why that is what is happening there. You go and bring some peace there. You normalize the situation there. You go and do that. So the king is asking his cousin brother to go and bring peace there in the Bosnia and its capital of Sarajevo. The cousin brother, along with his wife, came to Sarajevo, the capital of Bosnia. They came to the Sarajevo. Lot of protection was there, but already the Austrian government got the tip, that is the information. They got it. Someone was planning to kill the cousin brother. Don't send him, because there is a threat here. If he come, something would happen to the cousin brother. Don't send the cousin brother to the cousin brother to the Bosnia or to the Bosnian capital. They are sending the telegram after telegram, but the king is not responding for that. No, that is not a threat. Those countries people never do anything. That is not at all a threat. Send our cousin brother. And without that is by ignoring the threat, by ignoring the lot of telegrams and advices, the cousin brother along with his wife was sent. Okay, I will tell you the name of the cousin brother, because we are keep on telling cousin brother means that it will be like difficult. Okay, the name of the person who was sent by the Austrian king to the to the Bosnian capital was Archduke. Archduke. It is a title. Archduke is a title. Archduke Ferdinand. France. Archduke Ferdinand France, along with his wife, the royal couple, went to the Bosnian capital, Sarajevo. They went in a motor car. And they went into the palace. They rested there, and they rested there in the palace, and they started to came out of the palace in the same motor car. When the motor car came out of a palace, a man behind a tree with a gun holding in his hand, and he shot the Archduke in a point blank range, very near, and he shot the Archduke and his wife. Both of them were killed on the spot. I will show you the picture of that. That is a picture. The Archduke Ferdinand of France and his wife, both of them were shot by a man holding a gun in a very close range, point blank range. That is a very close range. Archduke Ferdinand France and his wife, both of them were died on the spot itself, in the motor car itself. The Austrian officials were cannot able to believe what was happening. See here, the Austrian officials were in shock, shell shock. They cannot able to believe what was happening. Everything was happened within a fraction of a second. The man shot them and they were killed. Immediately they got that man. The man who shot the Ferdinand France and the wife was arrested immediately. They inquired, interrogated him. Who are you? How you dare to do such a thing? Do you know who killed? Do you know whom you have killed? And I know who I have killed. He is a cousin brother of Austrian emperor, and he is going to be the future king of Austria. I know what I did, he told. Tell me, who are you? Where you are from? My name is Princep. He told his name. My name is Princep. I will show. My name is Princep. He told that. My name is Princep. My name is Princep. I am from Serbia. I belong to a black association. That is a secret society. I belong to a secret society in Serbia, but I was born and brought up there in Serbia. And Austria thought that Serbia was responsible for the killing of the Ferdinand France, the future emperor of Austria. On the very next day, how the magazines are printed, the headline was, future emperor of Austria killed, future emperor of Austria assassinated, the future emperor of Austria was massacred. They kill like that. They publish the news like that. they never published like Ferdinand Franz was killed. Ferdinand Franz means no one, they know definitely, but impact is very less. But think it up like future emperor of Austria assassinated, killed or murdered. Then gravity of the situation, tension mounted, and the entire Europe is caught into fire. And now every country is caught into fire. And now the princeps was arrested and he told that I belong to Serbia. Now the tension mounted everywhere. Immediately, what Austria did it was, Austria gave an ultimatum. To Serbia. Austria gave an ultimatum to Serbia. See, you have to surrender everything. You should not promote Slav race in Balkan area. So you have to give up everything. You have to cut your relation with Russia. And you should never get any relation with Russia in the future. And you surrender everything. Serbia told that we are not responsible for that assassination. A single man did it means that is his thing. We are not responsible for that. As a Serbian government, we are not responsible for that. So we don't accept your thing. And we are rejecting it. This issue, what? Austria and Serbia negotiation. Austria and Serbia negotiation after the death of Ferdinand Franz is called, that time period is called as July crisis. July crisis in World War. What is mean by July crisis in World War I means after the assassination of Ferdinand Franz, negotiation between Austria and Serbia, and where that negotiation was bilateral talk or diplomatic talk. The diplomatic talk and the diplomatic negotiation between Austria and Serbia was called as July crisis. And ultimately, when Serbia rejected everything, what did was Austria declared war over Serbia. Immediately. Okay. Now, who is going to support for Serbia? 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 Very good. Russia. Supported for Serbia. Immediately Russia declared war over whom? Russia declared war over Austria. Declared war over Austria. Okay. When Russia declared war over Austria and it started to mobilize entire troops, all the Russian troops were moved towards to the Austrian side. When Austria started to mobilize its troops, mobilization of troops, army of Russia started to move towards western side. When Russian army started to move, the Austrian supporter, Germany, declared war over Russia. And when Germany declared war over Russia, the arch rival enemy of Germany, and that was France. Declared war over Germany. When France joined war with Russia against Germany and Austria, British joined. See here, Entente. Russia, France, British. Entente cordon started to run. Alliance system started to work. Okay. Now here, Germany and Austria was there. But one country which was there in their alliance system, one country which was there in their alliance system, and that was the Italy. Italy thought Germany and Austria is offensing the war. No, the war what you are playing is a offensive war. You are deliberately starting a war. I am not responsible for that. So Italy stayed away. Italy neutral. Italy as a neutral in the first stage. 1914 neutral as a neutral country. Wait, what are the neutral countries? I write here. And Italy was a neutral. Another countries thought that this Germany, Austria, and this Serbia, Russia, France, British, all these are European countries, and this is not our issue. Let them to fight. This is an European issue. We should not interfere in the European issue. So the country told that I am not going to involve in your issue unless if you create any problem for me. And that country was United States of America. So USA, Italy was neutral in 1914 when the World War I started. And okay, World War I started. Okay, I will go back to the map here. Okay. 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 So when the World War I started, Germany and Austria joined together and Italy became neutralized. And Russia started to mobilize its entire troop, and the troops of Russia started to come down towards the west, towards Germany and towards Austria. And it started to attack here in the Black Sea region. Now Ottoman Empire saw the Ottomans here. That is the Ottoman Empire which you saw here. This Ottoman Empire thought this Russia is a danger for the Russian. This Russia is danger for the Ottoman Empire. So what the Ottoman did it was the Ottoman joined on the side of the Germany. So one more thing here. So the Ottomans in the later stage joined on the side of the Germany and Austria. So Ottoman Sultan joined on the side of the Germany, Austria. Later, Bulgaria was also joined with them. Bulgaria joined with the Germany, Austria, Ottoman, and Bulgaria. Later, Japan saw the thing. This is the time. So if we get as much as a colony in the Pacific Ocean and Indian Ocean, and we have to join with the side of the British and Russia. So this is wise to join on the side of the British, France and Russia. For what purpose? Getting more number of colonies in where? Asia. So Japan joined on this side. Understand? Japan was joining with the purpose of getting more number of colonies in Asia. On whose side? British and France side. British, France and Russia side. And another country think it of like that in Asia. China. See, China is thinking, see, we have been exploited by British, France, Japan and Germany. Everyone is exploiting us. If we support for British and this British and France, after this, definitely the war was over, this British and France would give independence to us, or they leave China. After that, we can rule China by ourselves. So China thought that if we support for British, in the future, British would left China, France would left China automatically. When British go, automatically France would also go. Then China would become free. So we can rule China by ourselves. So it is very wise. It is good to join the side of the British. So China joined on the side of the British. Think it up. In First World War, India supported for the British. With what? British is going to give something for the Indians, independence or dominion status, like that. Okay, so China joined on the side of the British, Russia, Japan, France, with the expectation of British would left China after World War, France would left China after World War I. So with that, they are supporting for the British, Russia, Japan in the World War. Okay, so all these countries, when the World War I started in 1914, USA was very neutral. USA was very neutral. But the war started, but they don't have any money. The war started, but they don't have any money. And where to get the money for running the war? Where to get the food materials for the war? So everyone was shortage of money. But one country have lot of money within itself, and it keep lot of money within itself. So all the countries rushed to that country to get loan from that country. So everyone went to that country to bought loan, and that country was which country? So both the sides went to which country to brought loan? Very good, United States of America. Very good. Both the sides went to United States of America for what? For loan. For loan. For loan. For loan. Both the sides went to United States of America for loan because USA had only lot of money. So they went there and to get some money from the United States of America. USA gave loan to both the sides of the countries. Invariably, whether it is Germany or British, I don't have any problem. I give money, you give interest. I give money, you give interest. My thing is interest. That is interest for the money. So United States of America was not concerned anything because it is a neutral country only. It is a neutral country only. So it gave loan to both the sides of the war. Okay. War started. 1914, war started. These countries which were on the Germany, Austria, Ottoman, Bulgaria, these were present on the central of the Europe. So this group was called Central Powers. Central Powers in World War. Central Powers. And these countries, Russia, Japan, British, China, were called as Allied Powers. Allied Powers. Allied Powers in World War. So what is mean by Central Powers? What is mean by Allied Powers? Central Powers means because they were in the central part of the European continent. So they were called as Central Powers. See here, they were in the center of the European continent. Germany, so Germany, Austria, Ottoman, Bulgaria, Ottoman. So they were called as Central Powers. And these countries were based on allied. Allied means friendly relation. Friendly relation. So they were called as Allied Powers. They were called as Allied Powers. They were called as Allied Powers. So Central Powers and Allied Powers. Okay. World War I started. World War I started. Okay. 1914. World War I started. It goes on. 1919. So the World War I started 1914. 1915, 1915, 1915, there was a dramatic change. There was a dramatic change. Italy saw, Italy saw that British and France was gaining something in the war. So they are making good war. So if we join on the side of the British and France, we get something in the European governance. We got some land, we got some money, very good. We got benefit if we join on the side of the British and France. So Italy break away from the neutral. Italy break away from its neutrality and joined on the side of the Allied countries in 1915. So Italy joined on the side of Allied powers. Allied powers. Understand why it joined on the side of the Allied powers means getting some benefit out of the war possible only by joining on the side of the British and France. It thought one. Second one, they thought Austria, Germany playing a offensive war. Offensive means purposefully they have triggering the war, and this war is because of them. So they have played a offensive war. So it is not a justified one. So they break away from the alliance and maintained in neutrality because of the offensive war. When war started, when the war started to went on, course of the war. This is the course of the war. Course of the war. When the war started, he thought that British, France, that allied group is gaining something, so it joined on the side of the allied powers. Joined on the side of the allied powers. Clear? Okay. This is one thing. This is one thing. Okay, coming back to this one. இந்த அரவிந்த் இந்த கீபோர்ட் கொஞ்சம் ஸ்மால் பண்ணுங்க. கண்ட்ரோல் கீழே இருக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். சின்னதா இருக்கும். அப்படிதான் போகுது. கீழே வருமா? இங்க ஆகவே இல்லை. மேலே தூக்குங்க. Yes, coming back. I have some keyboard issue here. It's very large. I asked them to reduce it in size. It is not convenient for me. That's why. Okay, coming back to here. So, so another thing. Okay, this is our world map. Okay, this is our world map during the time of the First World War. During the time of the First World. Understand. United States of America, neutral. Was a neutral country during the time of the World War. Neutral country during the time of the World War. See, British was an island country. British was an island country. It was an island nation. Everything British got it only by means of sea. By means of sea, through the way of sea. So what Germany did it was, Germany deployed the submarines. The entire submarines of Germany was deployed in the Atlantic Ocean. And this Atlantic Ocean was completely blocked by these German submarines. Not British to get any food materials, particularly food materials or weapons or anything. So they completely blocked the entire Atlantic Ocean by means of the German submarines. So British was getting difficult because of this one. British was getting very difficult because of this one. But we know that British and United States of America, even though they were the colonies once in the past, they always had a very friendly, good relation throughout the history. In every crisis situation, it was supported. British was supported by US was supported by British. They had a very, on world crisis, they only join hand to hand and go hand to hand and join hands together to fight the world crisis. And Great Britain was asking the help of United States of America. See, this Germans are completely blocked with the submarine. I cannot be able to get any food materials or anything. You please send me some supply of food materials to me. British was asking the help. And United States of America was very reluctant. How I can do that? It is impossible, because I am a neutral country. I cannot be able to do that. Anyhow, if there is any possible, I will do that. It never told that I am doing. It told that if there is any possible, I will look after the issue. United States of America was told like that. On one of the occasion, in 1915, a ship was sailing in the Atlantic Ocean. When the ship was sailing in the Atlantic Ocean, the German ship approached the ship and asked to stop it. The German submarine asked that ship to stop it. See, where you belong to, where the ship is coming from. And the ship told that the name of the ship is Lusitania. The name of the ship is Lusitania. I am coming from I am coming from United States of America, and I belong to the British. What do you want? The Lusitanian ship captain asked. The name of my ship is Lusitania, and I am coming from United States of America. The owner of the ship is present in British, so originally I am a British ship. He told that. Germans told that, no, I don't believe you. I want to inspect what is you are carrying within the ship. See, we are having only passengers within the ship. The Lusitanian captain said. No, the German captain replied that, no, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you are having only passengers. I was very suspicious. You have something inside. I think you are having weapon. I think you are having food materials you are carrying to Great Britain from United States of America. And we got information. The German captain told them, I got information that you are carrying weapon and food materials. We are very suspicious. We want to come and check your ship. The Lusitanian captain told her, no, I don't allow that. This negotiation went on in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. No response from either of the side. And then the deadlock was happening. At one point of time, Lusitanian ship captain told her, I won't allow you at any point of time. And the German captain told her, I have no choice. Unless to bombard you. And what the German ship did was, the German ship bombarded the Lusitanian ship. bombarded the Lusitanian ship, and the Lusitanian ship was bombarded and sank down in the Atlantic Ocean. What is the matter here? What is the matter here? The matter here was this Lusitanian ship consists of 128 US citizen. US citizen, that is a matter. So the Lusitanian ship consists of United States of American citizen, and these 128 American citizens were drowned in the Atlantic Ocean. Now United States of America started to ask questions over the Germany. Asked questions over Germany. How you can kill US citizen? How you can kill US citizen? We are very neutral in the war. But how you can kill US citizen when a country is neutral? And Germany replied that we never know that is having US citizenship. We never know that the ship is having United States of American citizens. And we asked the captain to open the ship for inspection, but he never allowed it. We have no choice. We have no choice. And the tension was mounted. Now the crisis is good. Now the crisis is built up. Now the crisis is built up. Another incident was happened. Within few months of this Lusitanian ship incident, the President of United States of America got a information. That is, you know that in United States of America, there is a state called New Mexico. You know that. You know that in United States of America, there is a state called New Mexico. Where they got it, New Mexico? In United States of America, there is a state called New Mexico. Where they got it? New Mexico. They got it from where? People respond for something. Say something. People, friends who are there. Yes. They got it from where? It's very good. Spain. Later that Spain is only, they called it as a Mexico. That is this Spain only, later they established a country that is called as this Mexico, and that is called as Mexico in the later period. What the information got by United States of American president was Germany provoking Mexico to get the land of the New Mexico and the south thing of Mexico to attack the United States of America from the southern side. Understand? Germany provoking Mexico for attacking United States of America from the southern side. This information was got to know by United States of America. How United States of American president came to know about that? American president came to know about it from the Great Britain. British. The British came to know about it, and they passed the information to the United States of American president. This issue is called as Zimmermann Plan. Zimmermann Plan. I will write it here. Okay, don't worry. Zimmermann Plan. Zimmermann Plan. What is mean by this Zimmermann Plan? Zimmermann Plan is nothing but attacking United States of America by Mexico, Mexico to attack United States of America, which was provoked by Germany. And that information was passed on to United States of American president by the Great British. That was the British. So, because of the Zimmer Plan, and 128 members, US citizens were killed. USA thought that if we idle or if we neutral, definitely Germany would attack us. And what they did it was United States of America break away from the neutrality, and United States of America joined on the war, enter into war. USA entry into war on the side of Allied powers. On the side of the Allied powers, 1915. So in 1915, two dramatic things were happened. One is the Italy join, and the another one was Zimmer Plan. Through the Zimmer Plan, US entry into the war. And also write that. One more thing before that, sinking of Lusitania. Sinking of Lusitania ship. Okay. So 1915. Now United States of America was also joined on the side of the war. So the war started in a full scale. 1916. The war went on in full scale. 1917. I will show you the map here. Okay. Okay, here. Coming back to here. Now, the Russians is attacking the Ottoman Empire here. The Russians are attacking the Ottomans here. But it is very difficult to break the Ottoman Empire here for Russia. On the same side, Russia is attacking Germany on this side, and Austria on the other side, and the Ottomans on the three side. So Russia was playing a war with three countries. One is with Germany, and the other is with Austria, and the another is with the Ottoman Empire here. And it is impossible for the Russians to get any help from France or with the Great Britain, because if they wanted to help for the Russians, who? British, France, or United States of America, anyone wanted to help for Russia, they have to come along the Mediterranean Sea and they have to pass on the Ottoman Empire. So this Ottoman Empire was the greatest problem for them. Ottoman Empire was a very great problem for them. So what they thought that was, we need to break this Ottoman Empire. And they thought how to break this Ottoman Empire and to help for Russia. But they were thinking, but the time were lapsed. By the time of 1917, there was a revolution in Russia that is called Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution of 1917. With this Russian Revolution, Russia withdraw from World War. With the Russian Revolution, Russia withdraw from World War I. This is separate topic. We see that later. Russian Revolution, separate topic. We'll see that later. Okay. So I told you here, Russia withdraw from the World War I. 1917. Course of the war. 1918. Germany cannot able to hold the war, and Germany thought that it is very near defeat. So Germany thought that it is better to surrender. Austria thought that it is better to surrender. And in 1918, World War I ended. World War ended. And with this, Germany was defeated. Ottoman Empire was completely defeated. Austria-Hungary was defeated. And all the countries' central powers were completely defeated. The Allied powers won the war. In 1918, the World War I ended. So, defeated one should be punished. So, all the countries have to sign a treaty who were defeated in the war. And that 1919, that is what we called it as a peace treaties. Peace treaties. Peace treaties of World War I. Peace treaties of World War I, we saw that. Okay. That's all. That is about the course of the war. Okay. We can have a break. Now it is almost 6:42. So we start by 6:47. 5 minutes break we can have. Yes, back. Yes, back. Coming back. So what happened? 1918, the World War 1918, the World War I ended. Germany, Austria, the Ottomans were defeated. Bulgaria, they were defeated. Russia, British, the Allied powers, United States of America won the war. Now, the defeated should be punished. And now, the World War created lot of problem. Why the war was started? Because for colony, because for resources, because for market, because for arms, unequal treaties in the between the countries, because of sea route, the war was started. So like the various conflicts was there. So to solve these issues and also to punish the countries which started the war, they were all gathered in the capital of France, that is called Paris, and the treaties were signed there, and the conference were held was called as Paris Peace Conference. That is called Paris Peace Conference. Paris Peace Conference of 1919. Who played a greater role in this Paris Peace Conference? Okay, the Paris Peace Conference was played by United States of America, USA, British, France, and Italy. Even though Russia was on the side of Allied power, but it withdrew from the First World War because of Russian Revolution, where Lenin took the government there in Russia. So it is a separate chapter, we see that. So these were called as P4, powerful 4 countries in the World War, which participated. Almost every country participated in the Paris Peace Conference. India also sent its delegates. From the side of the Indian colony also the delegates were participated there, but the role played by these 4 countries were dominant. The role played by these 4 countries were the dominant, and they signed the peace treaties. Peace treaties were signed. With whom? Peace treaties with defeated countries. What were the peace treaties that were signed with the defeated countries? Treaty of Versailles. Treaty of Versailles. With whom? Germany. So, Treaty of Versailles is with Germany. Next one, Treaty of Saint Germain. Treaty of Saint Germain, that is with Austria-Hungary. Austria-Hungary. Okay. Next, Treaty of Service. Treaty of Service, that is with Ottoman. Treaty of Neuilly. Treaty of Trianon. Treaty of Neuilly with Bulgaria. Treaty of Trianon separately with Austria. Like that. Okay. So, Treaty of Versailles with Germany, Treaty of Saint Germain with Austria and Hungary, and Treaty of Service with Ottoman, and Treaty of Novelli with Bulgaria, and Treaty of Trianon with Austria. Treaty of Trianon with Austria. So the peace treaties were signed. Okay. So what were the effect of this treaty? What were the effects of this treaty? Treaty of Versailles is most important of this. This is the most important treaty. This is we have to see in detail. Okay. We have to see this in detail. Take time. If you want time, you take it to copy. If you want time to take it, take it. Okay, we pass on to the next one. Okay, Treaty of Saint-Germain. Saint-Germain. What is the Treaty of the Saint-Germain? I told you it was with Austria. What happened was Austria-Hungary. I will show you the map. Wait, you first copy down. I will show you the map. Austria-Hungary is broke down into Austria separate and Hungary separate. So by the Treaty of Germain, Austria and Hungary Empire ended, and Austria-Hungary Empire ended, and in that place they separated Austria, separated Hungary, separated, and Austria Republic, Hungary Republic. So end of empire, and the birth of republic. Two separate republic, Austrian Republic, Hungarian Republic. Clear? Clear? Saint-Germain. Treaty of Service. Treaty of Service. That is with Ottoman Sultan. What happened? Empire. Ottoman Sultanate Empire. What happened? With the end of this Ottoman Sultanate Empire, with the Treaty of Service, end of empire, end of Sultanate, and the birth of Turkey Republic. So the Treaty of Saint-Germain separated Austrian-Hungarian Empire into Austria separate, Hungary separate. And the Treaty of Service separated, ended Ottoman Empire and the birth of Turkey, present Turkey. So that is with the Treaty of Service. With the Treaty of Service, I want to tell you one thing. This Treaty of Service is connected in modern India where? This Treaty of Service is connected with the modern India where? Yes, very good. Yes, very good. Yes, Khilafat movement. Yes, Khilafat movement. So because of this Khilafat movement, because of the ending of the Ottoman Empire, they also ended the Caliphate. So because of the Gandhi launched the Khilafat movement. So this is connected with the modern India. So the Treaty of Service is connected with the modern India. Very directly connected with the modern India. Treaty of Service. Okay. Next one. The Treaty of Novelli. The Treaty of Novelli ended Bulgaria. That's all. That is nothing more than that. The Treaty of Trianon. The Treaty of Trianon. I told you the Treaty of Trianon is separately with Austria. Austria. What is the condition here was the Treaty of Trianon, Austria in the future should not join or integrate. Should not join or integrate with Germany. So in the future, Austria should not join with Germany. That is the thing. Either join or integrate with Germany. Both Austria and Germany should not join together in the future. That is what with the Treaty of Trianon separately signed with Austria. Okay? Okay? Okay, clear. I move to the next one. The most important treaty, the Treaty of Versailles. What is this Treaty of Versailles say? First thing, end of empire. End of German Empire. In this place, what? It was replaced by German Republic. So, empire ended, birth of a republic. First, birth of a republic. Next one. No conscription in Germany. No conscription. I told you conscription. Conscription means compulsory military training. Hereafter, no compulsory military training in Germany. No compulsory military training in Germany. So, no conscription. That means, next one. Army of Germany. Even though no fresh recruitment. And the present army strength should be, army strength should be 1 lakh. 1 lakh soldiers. So, hereafter, no fresh recruitment for army, conscription. Next one, even though you are having 2 lakhs army, disband 1 lakh. You keep only 1 lakh. So, they are fixing the strength of German army. Army strength should be 1 lakh soldiers. That's all. Strength of navy should be downsized. So, navy should also be downsized. Navy strength also should be downsized. So, you have to reduce. No, you should not have 100 ships. Reduce it to 50. Reduce it to 25. Like that, navy strength also should be reduced. Clear? Strength of navy should be downsized. Okay. Next one. Alsace and Lorraine. I think we discussed this Alsace and Lorraine where? They got it from whom? Alsace and Lorraine, they got it from whom? Germany got this Alsace and Lorraine from whom? Alsace and Lorraine, they got it from whom? Very good. Iron War. They got it from whom? Yes, France. Now, Alsace and Lorraine should be give back to France. So, they have to give it back to France. Alsace and Lorraine must be given back to France. Okay. Next one. I am continuing with the same Treaty of Versailles. See, here, Salisbury and Holstein. Once again, the Schleswig and Holstein was given to Denmark. Schleswig and Holstein was given to Denmark once again. So, Schleswig and Holstein was given once again to Denmark. Was given to Denmark. Okay. Next thing. Next thing. Okay. On the southeastern side of Germany, out of the territory of Germany, they created a separate country called Poland. Poland. Understand? Out of the territory of Germany, they created a separate country called Poland. Poland. Next one. Okay. Next point. Creation of Poland out of the territory of Germany on the eastern side. On the eastern side. Next thing. From the southeastern side of Germany, out of the territory of Germany, they have created another country that is called Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia. Out of the territory of Germany, from the southeastern side of Germany, they have created another country that is called Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia. Prussia, which was responsible for the unification of Germany, separated as East Prussia. East Prussia. East Prussia. And West Prussia. And West Prussia. West Prussia fall within Germany. East Prussia is far away. I will show you the map. Wait. So, Prussia is separated into West Prussia, East Prussia. And a corridor for Poland is created, which is separating East and West Prussia. Understand? This is a corridor. This is a corridor which is separating East Prussia and West Prussia. This corridor is for Poland. Think it of like a bridge which is connecting East Prussia and West Prussia, and that bridge is owned by whom? And this bridge is owned by Poland now. Poland now. Corridor. I will show you the map. Okay. So, Czechoslovakia, Poland, West Prussia, East Prussia. Okay. The two important port of Germany. Port of Germany. Port of Germany. Danzig and Memel. Put under League of Nations observation. League of Nations observation. We have to see separate topic, League of Nations. We have to see separate topic, League of Nations. Next class, not now. So, League of Nations. So, port of Germany. Poland. From Poland on the southeastern side of Germany, they have created Czechoslovakia. And Prussia, which was responsible for the integration of Germany, was divided into two, East Prussia and West Prussia. And the divided land is called the corridor, which is owned by Poland. The corridor which divided East Prussia into West Prussia. And the port of Germany, two important ports of Germany, Danzig and Memel, was put under League of Nations observation, like UN observation, like League of Nations observation. League of Nations separately we see later. Okay. Then the most important of all, Germany has to pay war penalty. Germany has to pay war penalty of 6,600 million pound. 6,600 million pound. Germany has to pay 6,600 million pound. Germany has to pay 6,600 million pound as war fine. As war fine. Now I will show you the map. This is where the Treaty of Versailles was signed. See here. See here. The Treaty of Versailles was signed. The Treaty of Versailles was signed and the German delegates were asked to come and sign the treaty. Germans were not given any explanation to express them or to say something or to use any explanation. Simply they were called to sign the treaty. That's all. No explanation, nothing. So it was called as a dictated peace also. That is called as a dictated peace also. Okay. That is the Treaty of Versailles. That is where the treaty was signed there. That is what the treaty was signed. This is the Treaty of Versailles. Now you can able to see the map. Now you can able to see the places. See here, Poland. This is Poland. And this is Czechoslovakia. Out of the territory of Germany, they have created Czechoslovakia. See here, this is Alsace and Lorraine. Alsace and Lorraine. And Alsace and Lorraine was got. And see here, this is West Prussia and East Prussia. And they are separated by, this is called the corridor. This is called the corridor, Polish corridor. This is called the Polish corridor. Okay. So, Alsace and Lorraine. See, the German Empire was completely diminished. This big German Empire was diminished into a very small number of size. The German Empire, which was bigger one in the previous time, was reduced to a small number of size. How Germany would accept all these things? Definitely Germany would not accept anything. Germany people is going to protest for this. How they are going to protest for all these things? Definitely they are going to protest in the form of some other thing. So that is how the Second World War started. So the Second World War reason is Treaty of Versailles. So the seed for the Second World War, the seed for World War II present in World War I peace treaty. Peace treaty. Why? Why? They have not justifiedly did it for Germany. They did it unjustified to the Germany. They did, of course, Germany was responsible for the World War I, but is Germany is only responsible for the World War I? No. Other countries are also there. Then why British did it? Then why USA entered into the war? Then why Russia entered into the war? So all those countries were never punished. Only Germany only severely punished for the war. So that's why the Germany people cannot able to tolerate that. We are, of course, we start the war, but we are not only responsible for the war. Others were also responsible for the war. Then why you not punishing others? You punishing only we Germans. So we are become victims. So they cannot able to tolerate it, and that toleration cannot able to do in the in a manner, and ultimately it ended in the form of a emergence of Hitler, and that ultimately ended in the form of the World War II. So the seed of the World War II present in the peace treaty of World War I. In the World War I. Clear? 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 Okay. Okay, clear. Clear. Okay. So consequences, we see the consequences. The next thing, the consequences, the last topic of World War I. Consequences of World War I. What were the consequences of World War I? First point, end of empires. End of empires. Empires. Which empires are ended? Russian Empire ended. Russian Empire ended. Ottoman Empire ended. Ottoman Empire ended. Austria-Hungary ended. Austria-Hungary ended. Russia, Ottoman, Austria, Hungary. German Empire ended. German Empire ended. So, end of empires. Second point. Second point. Birth of republics. Birth of republics. So, here only kings ruled. The king ruled the country. But here peoples are going to rule hereafter. Here the peoples are going to here rule. Okay. I forgot to show you the map. Sorry people. Sorry. I forgot to show you the new map. How the map of Europe is going to be changed after the World War I. How that was going to be changed. I forgot to show you. Sorry for that. United Kingdom, there is no change there. The same United Kingdom, Spain, France. See here, Poland is created, Czechoslovakia is created, and birth of Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, and all these things. See, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, that we see during Russian Revolution. Romania same, Bulgaria same, but Serbia was absent. Serbia was absent. Bosnia was absent. Why? What happened to them? I told you, Slav, Bosnia, and all these were belong to what kind of race? All these people were belong to what kind of race? All these were belong to what kind of race? Yes, tell me. Yes, Slav race. Yes, Russian Slav race. Yes, all they belong to the Slav race. So, for the Slavish people, they have created a separate country that is called, Yugoslavia. Yugoslavia, that is Slav people. Yugoslavia. So, for the Slav people, which they are asking before the First World War, a separate country for the Slavish people, they created a country that is called Yugoslavia. A very popular personality from Yugoslavia. It's a very known personality. Who is a very popular personality from Yugoslavia? Who is a very popular personality from Yugoslavia? Mother Teresa. Very good. Mother Teresa. So, Mother Teresa belonged to Yugoslavia. Mother Teresa belonged to Yugoslavia. Birth of republics. Very good. Third point. Emergence of United States of America as a superpower. Emergence of USA as great power. Emergence of United States of America as a great power. One. Fourth one. Establishment or birth, or you can write it as birth of League of Nations. League of Nations. This is separately we have to see next class. League of Nations, that is separate topic. Establishment or birth of League of Nations. One. So establishment or birth of League of Nations. Fifth one. Spread of communism. Spread of communism throughout the world. Spread of communism throughout the world because of Russia, because of USSR. Russia is going to called as USSR after Russian Revolution. So that USSR is going to spread communism throughout the world. That is spread of communism throughout the world. Immediately after the war, there was economic crisis. Consequences of World War I, economic crisis. This economic crisis lead to 1930 global depression or global economic crisis. So, one consequence of World War I is economic crisis, and that economic crisis lead to the global economic crisis, global depression. That is great global depression. We see that topic later. Okay. Can I move to the next page? Take time. You take. I give 1 minute time to copy it down. Okay, next point. Seventh point. Emergence of women as great force. That is simply you can write it as women empowerment. Women empowerment. How women empowerment is one of the consequences of World War I will tell you. See, men went for war. Of course, every man went for war. And what happened? Household work, office work, farm work, that is in the agriculture. Farm work. Every job has to be done by whom? Every job has taken care by women only. So, the country needs the hand of the women. So women played a greater role when men was at war. They take care of the house, they take care of the farm, they take care of the office. Even women were engaged in the industries. They engaged in the industrial production. So emergence of women as a great force in World War I. And that leads to the women empowerment. Sir, Yugoslavia was created as a republic country. Yes, Yugoslavian Republic. Yugoslavia was created as a republic. So, Yugoslavia was created as a republic. That's all. The consequences of World War I, that's all. The seven consequences only there. So, we end up with this today. Okay. The World War I, the course of the war we saw, the peace treaties we saw, the consequences we saw. Next class we start with League of Nations, Russian Revolution, and next chapter. Okay. Bulgaria also, every country is republic there. Italy is constitutional monarchy. British is also constitutional monarchy. Spain is also constitutional monarchy. Rest of the countries are republic in the European continent. No. How much Germany paid as a war penalty? 6,600 million pounds. Anyone having any doubt, you can call me, you can ask me. Doubt clarification session. We end this session today, and I am going for the doubt clarification session.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I have a doubt regarding this Italy, sir. Italy started as a triple alliance, but later it joined with Entente Cordiale. Am I right, sir?
Italy joined as a triple alliance. When the war started, it maintained a neutrality. When war started, when the course of the war, it saw British and France is gaining in the war. So they saw they're going to be win in the war. So Italy break the neutrality and join on the side of the allied powers. That is with the British and France.
So it changed the sides.
Yes, it changed.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And regarding the Zimmermann plan, I have a doubt, sir. Germany pressurized the Mexican people to seize that New Mexico, but that is Spanish colonies. Any connection between Germany and Spain?
Not a Spanish colony. In the very later period, before First World War itself, Mexico was created. So from the Spanish colony was no more there. Spain was and it was the Mexican it was a separate Mexican country. So Germany provoking Mexico to get the new Mexican state from United States of America. So there was a plan Mexico to attack United States of America. So United States of America thought that all these are because of the Germany only, which is provoking in the back door. So it thought that if as long we are going to be isolate or we are neutral, that is not going to be worked out. So USA thought that it is wise to jump into the war. So it entered into the war. So this is the Zimmermann plan.
So there is no connection between Spain and this Zimmermann plan?
No. There is no relation between Spain and Zimmermann plan. Mexico is only related to Zimmermann plan. What is a connection to Mexico and Spain is these peoples were belong to the Mexican culture. That's all. Mexico, Latin America country is having a Spanish culture. That's all. Culture.
Okay, sir. That is only the connect. Okay.
That is only the connectivity.
And okay, sir. And regarding this Prussian corridor, East Prussia and West Prussia, in the center, that corridor was bounded by Poland, no, sir. Is there any significance for that, sir?
Very simple. If Poland to get into the Baltic Sea, I will show you the map. Then you can able to understand it. See here, if there is no Prussia here, then if there is no East Prussia and here, what would happen means if they created Germany, then that is going to be the Germany. Can you able to see the map now?
Oh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
That is going to be seized here. So Poland cannot go into the Baltic Sea. There is no sea. There is no way for Poland to reach the sea. So they created a small opening for Poland. They created a small opening for Poland to reach the sea, Baltic Sea. That is why they created a corridor. That is called the Polish corridor. Now you understand it, huh?
Okay, sir. So that they can trade easily. Yes, sir. Now I understand.
Yes,
For
yes,
trade
trade
only.
purpose.
To
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And one more doubt, sir, regarding this Russia. In between, it withdrew from the war, but again it joined for the peace treaty, or it didn't participate
No,
in peace treaty, sir.
Russia was never come for any of the thing in the world affairs hereafter, and that is going to be a isolated country, separate. That we see that in Russian Revolution and subsequent thing.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And only two more doubts, sir. Is there any connectivity between Zimmermann plan and modern history, sir? Modern India history?
Zimmermann
I guess
plan.
it is a revolutionary activity.
No.
Overseas, no,
Revolutionary
sir?
activity that was called Gangopadhyaya. Gangopadhyaya, what he did was, in Turkey, they established a republic government. That is, they got the support. The Zimmermann plan, they planned to overthrow the British Empire here in India. Through the Zimmermann plan, they wanted to get the support of the Germans. So with the help of the Germans and with the support of the Ottoman Sultanate, they want to overthrow the British here in India. That is the only connection. So the revolutionaries established a provincial government there in Turkey. That is the only connection. So two connections between modern India and Zimmermann plan. One is revolutionary activity, and second one, provincial government establishment at Turkey.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. This Gangopadhyay is who is this person,
One
sir?
of the revolutionary, Gangopadhyaya. Revolution. I think you
Okay,
come
sir.
across that in the revolutionaries in modern India, phase 2. Phase 2 modern India. Phase
Sir,
2.
I forgot, so that's why I just asked
Okay. No
again.
problem.
And one more thing, sir. This Denmark sided with Allied powers, sir. That's why they were able to get some territory from
No.
Germany.
Earlier they got it from Denmark, and now they are giving back to Denmark. That's all.
That's
Denmark
all.
not
Okay,
played
sir.
a greater role.
And
now.
this. Okay, sir. And regarding this settlement of Jews in Israel, it started from the consequence of World War One.
No. I will tell you later. Not now. That is
No.
the world between the wars. In the topic only, I am going to cover that area. That is I have to start from very basic from that. So the world between the wars topic, I am going to touch the Jews problem there. Not now.
Okay, sir. And what is balkanization, sir? Often we are reading in newspaper. Is there any connectivity with that, or that is separate topic, sir?
Balkanization is nothing but separating a big country is broken into small pieces. That is called balkanization.
Okay, sir. This Balkan Peninsula countries got divided.
That is Balkan. See, Balkans is separated into small states. That is what we call it as a balkanization. Balkanization means breaking a big country into small pieces, small pieces. That is called balkanization.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Pa.
Sir, my doubt is how the Central Powers, that is Germany, Ottoman, and Bulgaria, have survived the war against the Allied powers for 5 years, sir. Like, because there were only 3 countries, how did they survive with such large powers?
They had a lot of resources. See, Germany is that central powers. They were the central part of the European continent. So they have a lot of resources, and the war dragged for 5 years. Not 5 years, 4 years actually. 1914, 1918, the war ended. They never expected the war to drag for 4 years. Actually, they thought that the war is going to be finished off in 6 months. They expected the war to be finished off in 6 months. But unfortunately, unsurprisingly for those people, and the war dragged for 4 years. That a prolonged war, because they have to play various areas. Germany has to fight with the Russia. Russia has to fight with the Germany, Austria, with Ottoman. Like this, the war prolonged the entire scale. The scale of the war was prolonged for so much period of time. They never expected it.
No doubt, sir. So, what was the reason behind turning the empires into the republics?
That is
What
because
is the
of
logic behind?
that is because of the role played by United States of America. America is a republican country, republic country, that is people's government, democratic country. So it wanted to take democracy to the entire world. So it wanted to end the monarchy, empires, and it wanted to rule the country by people only. That's why they ended German Empire, Ottoman Empire, the Austria-Hungarian Empire, German
Alfred.
Empire, all ended, and the birth of democracy. Republic means democracy only there. Russia is different story. That is not going to be included here.
Okay, sir.
So-
So even caliphate was ended, right, sir?
Yes, definitely it is a role played by United States America only.
Okay, sir. And sir, one more thing. During this Treaty of Versailles, so most of the German territories which was won during the German unification again separated, right, sir?
Okay.
So like why did they separate most of the places,
Okay.
not like one or two places?
Poland, Czechoslovakia, all these were once earlier belonged to these people of Czechoslovakians. That is Slovakian people.
Okay.
Poland belonged to Polish people. And this Prussia in the earlier time slowly got all the territories and included it as German Empire in 1871. So now they thought Germany did a mistake in 1871. Historical mistake done by Germany is corrected in 1918 at the end of the First World War, they thought. But actually, what they did was, that was not a correct one. They thought they are correcting the mistake what done by Prussia in the past and Germany after unification, what the mistake done by Germany. That is what they are recorrecting, creating Poland, Czechoslovakia for the Slovakian people, separating Austria and Hungary. Like this, they did it.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
So okay, sir, I got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, can you tell about the Suez Canal opening? Because it was not covered in any of the topic. We just it was started in 1869.
Wait. The Suez Canal is not center of force of attraction. Suez Canal is present in the West Asia. We are going to touch West Asia in the next topic only. That is Europe between the world wars. So I will tell you Suez Canal there only, not now. Wait for one more class. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay. இருக்காங்களா வர சொல்லுங்க.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, like how Yugoslavia was created, sir? Sir, from which part of the Austria-Hungary it's created? Like it's renamed as Yugoslavia, sir.
See, a part from Austria-Hungary, and I told you Austria-Hungary annexed to Bosnia. Can you able to imagine that map? What I show you? That part is
Yes,
there.
sir.
And Serbia was there, so that portion included. All these area, a big slice from Austria-Hungarian Empire, Bosnian area, Serbia, all these are included and formed a one country that is called Yugoslavia.
Yugoslavia. Okay, sir. Sir, I have another doubt, sir.
Yes.
When Austria-Hungary annexed Bosnia, Serbia asked help from Russia, but Russia didn't help Serbia. And so that Austria-Hungary took advantage, and what they did, sir?
Annexed Bosnia.
Serbia.
Annexed Bosnia.
Already they annexed Bosnia, right, sir?
No. Already they keep it as a buffer, but they never kept it. Annexation is different. Annexation means completely integrated the territory into one's own country. For example, to say, in the border issue between India and China, that is buffer only. We are keeping it as a buffer. But if China included that area into their country, that is what we called it as an annexation. Kashmir is a problem
Okay,
between
sir.
India and Pakistan. Kashmir is a separate one. If Pakistan integrated Kashmir with their country, then we will call it as an annexation. So annexation means integrating the territory into one's own country. That is, we called it as. Bosnia was integrated
Okay,
into the Austrian Empire in 1908 only, but it was a buffer in the earlier period. Can you able to understand what I am saying?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, so Serbia was not annexed by Austria-Hungary, sir?
No, Serbia was not annexed. It was an independent country. Before Serbia was not annexed. Only Bosnia was annexed.
Okay, sir. So after this treaty, Serbia was annexed into to form Yugoslavia, or it is separated?
No. That is not annexation. That is creation of a new state. See what we can say. Yeah, in India, during the time of independence, we have got many princely states. What we did it, we are not annexed it. We have integrated into India and created many states. Can you able to understand it now?
Okay, sir.
Serbia integrated into the state of the Bosnia and all these things. They put it into one country. That's all. Instead of separate
Okay.
country, for all the Slav people, they created one big country that is called Yugoslavia. That's all.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Got it, sir. Thank you,
Got
sir.
it. Okay. Last up,
Hello.
yes.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, during this World War I only, this attack on Chennai will happen, right, sir? Madras province.
Yes, Chennai one was happened that it was the Yamdan, the ship with name called Yamdan, which bombarded over the Chennai port. That was a German ship, and that German ship was passing on over the Andaman and Nicobar Island, and it was stayed there for a few months there in the Andaman and Nicobar Island, and there only women gave a tip to the British, and that ship was caught in the later period. And the name of the ship which bombarded over Chennai port is called Yamdan. And still we are having that bomb. Still we are having the shell which was not blasted. We have in the we have it in the Chennai Museum.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
That is what the information you asked,
Yes, sir. Regarding that only, because we here know like freedom fighter Shenbagaraman traveled to Germany, came back to India.
Chembagaraman Pillai went to Germany and he met the Emperor of Germany to get the support of the Germany to fight against the British who was ruling here in India. His plan was to attack India because it was a British colony. So if you attack the British colony of India, the British would send out of India so we can gain independence. That was a plan of Chembagaraman Pillai. But that Yamdan ship was a separate incident. Chembagaraman Pillai support is a different one. His plan is a different one. And Yamdan bombardment is a different one. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Belong to Chennai or somewhere else?
Okay, sir. But why these efforts did not make a mark, sir? Because the Shenbagaraman Pillai did it first, and then even Subhash Chandra Bose tried to do it to oppose the Britishers with the help of foreign powers.
Yes, you are asking two separate things, but coordinating in one thing. That is, in First World War we did the same effort. In Second World War also we did the same effort. But why all these plans failed? You are asking. That's a.
Yes, sir.
See, we don't have so much of coordination and we don't have any much support. See, in this time of 1919, Gandhi take the role. At least he was taking a lead here. So British in India, Chembagaraman Pillai cannot able to get any support from Indians for his plan to attack the British. This is why failed. Chembagaraman Pillai failed to overthrow British out of India in World War I. And the moderates and the extremists were also supporting for the British here. Second World War, Subhash Chandra Bose cannot able to do it means because a very strong decision taken by Gandhi and the entire Congress was entire India was on the support of Congress, even though some other small parties was there, but Gandhi's decision was played a greater role. That's why Subhash Chandra Bose thought that it is impossible to do without any support of the Gandhi. So he break away from the Congress and he formed a party, and later he went to Japan and he went to Germany to get the support of the Germans to fight against the British here in India. So we don't have lack of support, lack of manpower, lack of resources. We don't, main thing, we don't have any army. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay.